When I was first discussing with Richard the idea of going with JCM and allowing JCM to provide services to me, I was under the impression, or I believed at the time, that my insurance, life insurance issues were in the can. I had done my research, I had policies. I was convinced that my estate plan was taken care of. And I was convinced that my financial situation in terms of management was taken care of. So I had, I had a level of comfort when I first started talking to Richard that there really, quite frankly, wasn't that much JCM could do for me, because I pay attention to that part of my life. I want to make sure that if I'm working as hard as I do at my career, that I'm taking care of the backside of that. And what I learned in starting to work with Richard and JCM was that my assumptions about how well planned my insurance and my estate and my finances were was inaccurate. What appealed to me about working with Richard and Gary and everybody at JCM, quite frankly, is it was apparent that they were as interested in achieving for themselves your goals as they were for you. And what I mean by that is they took that responsibility onto themselves. Their success was your success. JCM has the idea that they are going to establish a long-lasting professional and personal relationship. And I say personal in this context because what could be more personal? What is more intimate in terms of a relationship than providing your clients with their family's safety net, their family's security in the event of a tragedy, their family's or your family's long-term financial security? There is a level of caring and personal concern that these guys demonstrate that I really have not seen among professionals. One of the distinctions of working with JCM in terms of their holistic approach, they are not dealing with me or with any of their clients in a vacuum. There are different components to everyone's financial life, and the wealth management service that JCM provides lets them have access to that holistic base of information, or let's say a base of information that allows them to take a holistic view to your financial issues. I'm not getting a report necessarily at the end of a quarter that says, this is how much I've lost. I'm not finding out a year after the fact that my financial system, my financial situation has changed and I should have done something a year ago. I don't want to be wiping off my brow and being happy that I'm still alive. I want to know, regardless of what happens to me personally, that my family is taken care of. And I also want to know that there's somebody else looking out for my long-term benefit. It's never been more important to have somebody paying attention to your financial well-being, because given this economy, given what's happened to the markets, given what's going on in the world, you've got to be able to respond appropriately in given circumstances. You have to be more ready than ever to be responsive. And without your professionals having the information that they need to advise you, it really ties your hands behind your back. When people come to me who I trust and who I know trust me, and they ask me for advice about what professionals to talk to, within the sphere of what JCM has done for me, I will talk to them and I will tell them that they really need to start with Richard and with Gary and with the folks at JCM.